Why does K-pop dominate the world? Pop music has always crossed borders. Elvis Presley reached Europe, the Beatles conquered America, and Michael Jackson danced across continents. But in the 21st century, a new star rose from an unexpected place, South Korea. Known as K-pop, this industry has swept across the globe like a tidal wave. From Seoul to São Paulo, from Paris to New York, young people chant in Korean, copy dance moves, and feel connected through songs that may not even be in their own language. How did this happen? Why does K-pop dominate the world of music today? To answer, we need to look at the history, the system, the fans, and the bigger wave that carried it forward. Hallyu, the Korean wave. K-pop is not just about music. It is part of something bigger called Hallyu, or the Korean wave. Starting in the late 1990s, South Korea's government began promoting its culture, TV dramas, films, beauty products, food, and music, as a form of soft power. Instead of military strength, soft power is about winning hearts and minds through culture. The government supported entertainment companies, built high-speed internet infrastructure, and even funded cultural exports. Korean dramas gained huge popularity in China and Japan, paving the way for music to follow. When you hear about K-pop today, remember, it's not just the story of idols. It's the story of a nation that saw culture as a tool of global influence. The generations of K-pop. K-pop didn't just explode out of nowhere. It evolved in generations, each one laying the groundwork for the next. 1. First generation, 1990s early 2000s. It all began with Seo Taiji and Boys in 1992. They mixed Western hip-hop and rock with Korean lyrics, shocking the old music system. After them came groups like HOT, Zex Kiss, and solo artists like BoA. They were pioneers who made K-pop a serious industry, and gained fans not only in Korea but also in Japan and China. 2. Second generation, mid-2000s early 2010s. This was when K-pop became Asia-wide. Groups like TVXQ, Super Junior, Girls' Generation, Big Bang, and Wonder Girls dominated charts. Wonder Girls even entered the US Billboard Hot 100 with Nobody. This generation expanded K-pop into a global dream, but it was still mainly known in Asia. 3. Third generation, 2010s, present. This is the age of BTS, BLACKPINK, EXO, TWICE, and others. They broke into the Western market fully, topping Billboard charts, performing at Coachella, and filling stadiums worldwide. BTS, in particular, built an empire of fans who not only streamed their songs, but also spread their message of self-love and unity. 4. Fourth generation, late 2010s, future. Today, newer groups like Stray Kids, ITZY, aespa, and TXT are carrying the torch. They are more experimental, often blending futuristic sounds, digital storytelling, and strong social media engagement. Seeing these generations shows us that K-pop wasn't a sudden surprise. It was a step-by-step revolution. Inside the idol system. K-pop idols are not born, they are made through the idol training system. This system is strict, disciplined, and sometimes controversial. Training schools. Trainees, often teenagers, practice singing, dancing, and acting for years. They also learn languages because global success requires English, Japanese, or Chinese fluency. Slave contracts. In the past, many idols signed contracts that lasted up to 13 years. With little freedom to leave. These contracts were so one-sided that courts eventually stepped in to limit them. Debt and earnings. Training is expensive. Many idols begin their careers in debt to their companies. And only after years of success do they start making significant money. Pressure and mental health. Behind the glamour is a darker side. Idols must maintain a perfect image. No dating scandals, no slip-ups, always smiling. The stress is enormous, and sadly, The industry has seen several high-profile suicides that shocked fans and exposed the toll of constant pressure. The perfect image. Idols live under constant scrutiny. Everything from their looks to their social lives is monitored. Fans expect them to be flawless, which can lead to both admiration and unhealthy obsession. The idol system is both the reason for K-pop's success and one of its greatest weaknesses. Globalization versus Koreanness. One of the most fascinating debates about K-pop is its identity. Is it Korean music shaped for the world? Or is it simply Western pop sung in Korean? The truth lies in the balance. K-pop borrows heavily from global styles, hip-hop beats, EDM drops, R&B vocals. But at the same time, it maintains a unique Koreanness through its language, visuals, and values of teamwork and discipline. Companies walk a fine line, make the music international enough to attract fans everywhere, but keep it distinct enough to be proudly Korean. This balance is part of why K-pop stands out. If it were only imitation, it would be forgotten. If it were only local, it would not spread. It is both at once, global yet rooted, foreign yet familiar. Technology, the digital stage. The rise of K-pop cannot be separated from the rise of the internet. YouTube made the first global breakthrough possible, but other platforms took it further. V-Live, Weverse Live. These apps allowed idols to livestream directly with fans, sometimes late at night, sometimes while eating dinner. This intimacy made fans feel like close friends rather than distant admirers. Twitter and TikTok. K-pop groups mastered short-form content. They posted challenges, dances, and memes that spread rapidly across platforms, reaching millions in hours. Fan translation. Fans themselves translated content into dozens of languages within minutes, ensuring that language was never a barrier. K-pop was one of the first music industries to fully embrace digital globalization, not fight against it. That decision changed everything. The visuals, more than looks. K-pop is often called a visual genre, and for good reason. But the word means more than just good-looking idols. Styling and fashion. Every comeback, a new album release, comes with carefully planned fashion concepts. One era might feature school uniforms, another cyberpunk leather, another pastel fairy tale outfits. This constant reinvention keeps fans visually engaged. Makeup and beauty standards. Makeup artists and stylists are central figures in shaping idol images. K-pop has even set global beauty standards with fans worldwide, copying idol hairstyles and skincare routines. Branding through aesthetics. Groups often have distinct visual identities. BLACKPINK's mix of elegance and edge. BTS's shifting between boy next door and global icons. aespa's futuristic digital avatars. These looks are as important as the music itself. K-pop proves that in modern pop culture, sound and sight are inseparable. Fan culture, beyond music. One of the most unique things about K-pop is not just the idols, it's the fans. K-pop fandoms are not passive. They are active, organized, and powerful. Streaming and charts. Fans plan streaming parties to boost music video views than Spotify streams, ensuring their idols top the charts. Buying in bulk. Fans often buy albums in bulk, not just for the music, but for collectible photo cards. Some donate extra albums to libraries and schools, turning consumerism into charity. Charity work. BTS's ARMY is famous for raising millions for causes like UNICEF and Black Lives Matter. Fans don't just support idols, they carry their messages into the real world. Global unity. Fan bases cut across countries and languages. A teenager in Mexico can collaborate online with one in Malaysia to promote their favorite group. This makes fandoms feel like global families, united by music. Western pop stars have fans, but rarely do they operate at this level of organization and activism. In many ways, K-pop fandom is as much the product as the music itself. Economic and political impact. K-pop is not just cultural, it's economic and political. Tourism and exports. Fans travel to Seoul for concerts, visit K-pop museums, and buy merchandise. This boosts airlines, hotels, restaurants, and local businesses. Korean cosmetics, fashion, and food exports also grow because of the K-pop wave. Billions in revenue. In 2019, K-pop was estimated to contribute over $5 billion annually to South Korea's economy. And that number keeps growing. Cultural diplomacy. K-pop idols are now ambassadors. BTS spoke at the United Nations about youth and self-love. They also visited the White House to speak about anti-Asian hate. These moments show how K-pop has become part of politics and diplomacy. Few other music industries can say their singers have stood on the world stage, not just as entertainers but as voices for an entire nation. The future of K-pop. Will K-pop last? Some call it a trend, but the evidence says otherwise. For 3 decades, K-pop has grown, adapted, and reinvented itself. New generations of idols debut every year. Global fans continue to grow. And beyond the music, the Korean wave still flows strong, with dramas, films, and fashion writing beside it. K-pop is more than sound. It is a story of ambition, culture, and connection. It is music made to be seen, shared, and lived together. It has turned fans into communities, artists into ambassadors, and a small country into a cultural giant. And as long as people everywhere seek joy, beauty, and belonging, K-pop song will keep playing, loud, bright, and unstoppable.
It's time to study new words in context. 1. Slip-ups. Definition: a small mistake or accident, often made without intention. Example: she worked very hard on her presentation, but a few slip-ups in her speech made her nervous. 2. Scrutiny. Definition: careful and detailed examination or close observation, often in a critical way. Example: the politician's actions came under public scrutiny after the report was released. 3. Stand out. Definition: to be easily noticed, or to be different in a way that attracts attention. Example: his bright red jacket made him stand out in the crowd. 4. Memes. Definition: funny or creative images, videos, or ideas shared quickly on the internet, often with small changes by different people. Example: the meme about the cat became popular worldwide within a few days. 5. Comeback music. Definition: the return of a singer or group with a new album, song, or performance after a break. Example: fans were excited for the band's comeback after 2 years away from the stage. 6. Cyberpunk. Definition: a style of science fiction that combines advanced technology with dark or futuristic urban life. Example: the movie had a cyberpunk atmosphere with neon lights and high-tech machines in a ruined city. 7. Aesthetics. Definition: the way something looks, especially the style, beauty, or artistic appearance it creates. Example: the cafe's aesthetics, with soft lighting and vintage furniture, made it very popular. 8. Fandoms. Definition: groups of dedicated fans who share a strong interest in a particular singer, movie, book, or other cultural product. Example: the fandom of the popular K-pop group organized a charity event in the band's name. 9. Fanbases. Definition: the collection of all fans who follow and support a particular celebrity, team, or artist. Example: the singer's fanbase grew quickly after her song went viral online. 10. Revenue. Definition: the total amount of money earned by a business, company, or organization. Example: the company's revenue increased after launching its new product line.
Comprehension questions. 1. What does the term Hallyu mean, and how does it relate to K-pop? Answer: Hallyu means the Korean wave, referring to the spread of Korean culture worldwide. K-pop is one part of Hallyu, alongside dramas, films, beauty, and food. 2. How did the South Korean government support K-pop's global growth? Answer: the government invested in internet infrastructure, funded cultural exports, and promoted Korean culture as a form of soft power, making it easier for K-pop to spread worldwide. 3. Which group is often credited with beginning modern K-pop in 1992, and why? Answer: Seo Taiji and Boys. They shocked audiences by mixing Western hip-hop and rock with Korean lyrics, showing that Korean pop music could be modern and global. 4. What are the 4 generations of K-pop, and how do they differ? Answer: first generation 1990s early 2000s, pioneers like HOT and BoA gained Asian fans. Second generation mid-2000s early 2010s, groups like TVXQ, Girls' Generation. Big Bang spread across Asia, some reaching the US. Third generation 2010s present, BTS, BLACKPINK, EXO became global superstars, topping charts worldwide. Fourth generation late 2010s future, groups like Stray Kids and aespa experiment with futuristic styles and strong social media presence. 5. What is the idol training system? And why is it both successful and controversial? Answer: it is a system where young trainees undergo years of training in singing, dancing, languages, and performance. It creates polished idols but is criticized for harsh contracts, debt, pressure, and mental health struggles. 6. What are slave contracts, and why were they controversial in K-pop? Answer: slave contracts were extremely long and restrictive contracts up to 13 years that gave entertainment companies too much control. Courts later limited them because they were unfair to idols. 7. What debate exists about K-pop's identity in terms of globalization? Answer: some argue K-pop is too westernized because it borrows global styles, while others say it keeps its Koreanness through language, visuals, and teamwork. Its global success comes from balancing both. 8. How did technology help K-pop grow internationally? Answer: platforms like YouTube, Live Weverse Live, Twitter, and TikTok allowed idols to connect directly with fans, spread content instantly, and bypass traditional media barriers. Fans also translated content quickly, erasing language barriers. 9. Why is the visual aspect of K-pop considered as important as the music? Answer: K-pop emphasizes fashion, makeup, styling, and strong visual concepts for every comeback. Groups have distinct looks and branding, making them instantly recognizable and appealing worldwide. 10. How do K-pop fans differ from many Western pop fans? Answer: K-pop fans are highly organized and active. They hold streaming parties, buy albums in bulk, translate content, and even raise money for charities in their idols' names. 11. What is one example of how fans promote social causes through K-pop fandom? Answer: BTS's ARMY raised millions of dollars for UNICEF and donated to Black Lives Matter, showing how fans take their idols' messages into real-world activism. 12. How has K-pop impacted South Korea's economy? Answer: it contributes billions of dollars annually, boosts tourism, increases sales of cosmetics, fashion, and food, and makes Seoul a cultural destination for fans worldwide. 13. In what ways has K-pop become a tool of politics and diplomacy? Answer: groups like BTS have spoken at the United Nations about youth and mental health, and visited the White House to address anti-Asian hate, acting as cultural ambassadors for Korea. 14. Why is K-pop considered more than just music? Answer: it combines music, visuals, fashion, fandom, culture, and even politics. It creates global communities and serves as both entertainment and a cultural export. 15. Do you think K-pop will last? Or is it just a trend? Explain your reasoning using the article. Answer: the article suggests K-pop will last because it has survived for 3 decades, reinvented itself across generations, and built strong fan communities. Its balance of global appeal and Korean identity makes it sustainable.